The mandate applies to Luxembourg MMF managers under CSSF supervision. It requires mandatory ESMA guidelines to test your fund against severe hypothetical financial shocks. The goal is to prove your fund can survive market crises without failing your investors. The regulation enters force on May 26, 2026, with the first mandatory reporting date on June 30, 2026. The regulation requires systems to predict how economic disasters will impact your fund. You must test against two primary crises: deterioration of liquidity and sudden redemptions. The ultimate test is simulating scenarios where both events happen simultaneously. Scenarios must be built using both historical and hypothetical extremes. Historical scenarios recreate past crises using past data. Hypothetical scenarios predict future shocks by pushing specific risk factors to extreme levels to find your fund's breaking point. Your internal stress tests must measure 6 specific pillars of hypothetical risk: liquidity drop, rate swings, spread widening, credit risk spike, mass redemptions, and macro shocks. These factors must be combined, for example, a credit default event with mass redemptions. The ESMA Asset Applicability Matrix details which assets must be stressed. This includes sovereign bonds, corporate bonds and commercial paper, eligible securitizations and ABCPs, deposits, derivatives, and shares issued by other MMFs. Deep Dive 1 is the reverse liquidity stress test. Step 1. Measure your total weekly tradable assets. Step 2. Simulate selling as much as possible without breaking CSSF portfolio rules. Step 3. The result is your fund's ultimate liquidity survival score, calculated by dividing the maximum safe weekly tradable amount by the total net asset value. Deep Dive 2 is the concentration stress test, simulating your biggest clients leaving at once. You must assume your 2 largest investors immediately ask for all their money back. The goal is to prove that the fund's weekly liquid assets can cover this sudden, massive cash drain. You must integrate external macroeconomic shocks, specifically the ESRB parameters. A critical rule is that if there is a mathematical inconsistency between the ESMA guidelines and the ESRB scenario, the ESMA guidelines always take priority. The regulatory pipeline moves from internal exercise to official reporting. Input consists of your fund data and ESMA 2025 parameters. This leads to internal stress testing processing, mandated by Article 28. The output is the Commission implementing regulation template. You only report the specific, common reference scenarios dictated by the ESMA template. Here is the roadmap to full 2025 ESMA guideline compliance. On January 13, 2026, ESMA publishes the final updated report and parameters. May 26, 2026, Circular CSSF 26911 enters into force. The absolute first reporting date is June 30, 2026, when new guidelines must be applied.